Alright, apparently the credits are a mission, Fortress of Ultimate Darkness. What? Wait. I've seen this map before. This straight up looks like a D&D map. Hi. This is interesting. Knucklecracker would like to thank all of the fans and supporters that made this game possible. Without your patience and support, none of this would have been possible, and frankly, I wouldn't have wanted to do it without you anyway. Thanks as always to Magnus, aka Mad Mag, Aces High, for his awesome graphical talents and visual ideas, and thanks as well to Groundiad for his patience and help with Knucklecracker forums and for his ideas and support. If you want to learn more about the composer and awesome background music tracks, check out Finn MK at Composer Profiles, blah 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 blah. Special thanks in advance to all of the players of the game who create custom maps, make videos, tweet, Facebook, Google, and all that stuff. Your efforts make the community greater and stronger, and are most appreciated. Oh yeah, this mission. Roam around my little dungeon and see what oddities you can find. Use WSD or arrow keys to move, left mouse to fire. Or you can right-click to turn on auto-fire. Take out emitters by getting near, then pressing space to drop a personal nullification device. Takes 5 seconds to arm, but you probably knew that already. What about me? Don't I get to say anything? Oh yeah, of course. I was saving the best for last. I forgot what I was gonna say. Alright. Oh. This is a thing? As old Google Plus is dead. Yeah, this is actually fairly early. I think this game was released when Google Plus, like, really just became a thing. This is hilarious. Okay, do I get anything else, or is that just it? Because I'll be honest, I don't think I'm gonna be terribly interested in this conventionally. I like the idea of it, though. Yeah, we're getting score. It's a neat idea. I was just hoping this would actually be just a giant, like a ridiculously large Creeper World map. So I'm gonna skip this one. Mainly, the less I have to move my right hand, the better. Okay, so what is Prospector mode? Because I've never touched any of these, and I don't know what I'm doing. Well, this looks pretty normal. Sure, we'll dive right in. If anybody wants to actually let me know what I'm getting into with some of these, I'm actually all ears. Just because I want to get the most out of this game that I currently can get. Okay, Prospector Zone is normal maps, but you're farming those power-ups scattered around on the map. Okay, so what do the power-ups do exactly? Just increase any stats, or is it just like you got the power-up, that's it? Because I know a lot of people want me to do the, like, you play as the Creeper missions. And I will probably acquiesce to that just because that sounds interesting. Okay, it's been a little while. It's not that I've forgotten how to play, it's that the exact meta of what I'm doing, I think, has dropped out of my head a little bit. I'm actually still, I think, slightly in Particle Fleet mode. Which, the more I think about it, I think the more I liked Particle Fleet. That game was actually really cool. It's a bit of a shame that it doesn't seem to have gotten quite the level of recognition that Creeper World 3 received. But I can kind of understand. It's a weird duck in its own way. Plays Creepers hardish due to knowing how to use the keybinds. Ooh. I mean, it's probably fine, but that's a bit of an obnoxious thing. Okay, let's spread. Right, we've got to get a factory down. I'm going to try and spread a line here and port some of these turrets over. Because it looks like this map specifically isn't going to be that helpful. Artifact of Odin. Alright. Let's look at a factory. Forge down. Not a factory. I remember these things. Let's see. We probably want to start getting some relays, too. For speed of connection. My precious grid. How I will miss you. Alright, let's move some of these down. Seems like this area is going to be fairly benign, at least for a little while. Maybe it's because I'm playing on a much slower speed setting, but this feels absolutely glacial to me, which is good. Glacial gives me some time to focus, get my energy networks up, and spread everything out. I really did not expect this year would be the year that I would, like, start diving into some of these old cult classics. I really probably should do so more. Let's see, they're kind of simple, though. Yeah, this does not surprise me in the slightest. Just get 3 of them down in that immediate area. Like I said, I'm not in a huge rush. It does... you are probably correct. It does actually seem quite simple. I was expecting some, like, big, interesting challenge maps, and I think that's kind of what I want to truck with today. So if this is just going to be what this mode is, then I'll probably skip it and move on to the next. I just know people were clamoring constantly for, like, custom maps and all sorts of other stuff, and it would feel weird to me to stop playing this game and not mess around with some of these more interesting features. Okay, let's get a couple of mortars. I'm trying to decide how much I want to mess around with, yeah, Tormented Space are the challenge grade maps. Okay, cool. We'll dive into those shortly. I guess realistically, I should probably get one of these here. This is kind of a open point for me. There we go. Creeps moving back. They're actually pushing me back pretty hard. Well, I think the main thing is we need to go to the forge. I need energy efficiency and packet speed. A little bit in storage, but mostly energy efficiency. How are we doing on energy? It looks like we're doing great, so it's just kind of a matter of making everything work for me instead. Let's start with ore mines. What else do we need? Like I said, been a little while since I last played. So I'm going to be a little bit less good than I was last time. Plus, we really should not neglect this side. Because it's going to creep up on me if I'm not careful. Okay, let's just do that. Maybe get a couple of relays. Because, yeah, what I don't want to have happen is for it to start spilling out past where I can cover. Because that'll get bad. I guess I can start moving some of these out. There we go. Let's see. Thank you, Varishawk, for the 500 bits, by the way. And thank you, DDA Butler, for the host. Okay, so this is looking kind of comfortable. This is looking kind of nasty. Do we have any totems that I'm not currently surfacing. Or surfacing? Surfacing. The answer is pretty hard no. There's a fair bit of space that I'm not actually working, though, so I'm just going to start moving things around. So the real question is, how much do I want to terp, and how much do I want to do other things? Terping is definitely, like, the usual temptation. And I'm not sure how much I want to, like, buck against my own habits. Does seem like we've got the line pretty well held. Alright, screw it. We seem to have decent amount of energy. Right, reactors. How could I forget? Would you believe I actually forgot they existed for a moment? We have a really good energy network right now, so I guess it's not that problematic. Like, looking at this, we could probably survive without a massive energy setup and do totally fine. I'll still get a number, just in case. Alright. We got that there. Can I... There. Yeah, just getting access to a number of these. Yeah, how long until the terraformer army? Well, fine. Alright, what is the max height? 7. So I'm going to go at least a little bit higher than that. Okay. Let's do terraform nearest first. I guess in retrospect, actually having them terraform nearest first might be a mistake. But whatever, it's fine. Alright, let's bust the speed up. Now that we're in relative equilibrium. This is spooky. I didn't even realize I must have destroyed a tower at some point. Or a connection point. I don't know. Let's see. Creeper only, digitalis only. There's seemingly no way for me to control exactly what they're firing. It's up to fire rate and the fire range. This is inconvenient. Let's see, terraform. I think it's just that nothing could actually see up there. Yep, that's exactly the case. Okay, terraform, superhighway. We're on the right floor for this. I am actually just super terrible about keeping all my stuff in line, but that's okay. I love terps. I cannot wait for terps to be a thing in Creeper World 4 because they weren't there previously. Let's see. At least they weren't included in the demo that I played. Maybe they won't do it, period. But still. I hope they do. Let's just do that. Let's go back to the forge. Let's go for range. Because now we're officially pushing them back super easy. If I can take that thing out, that might make a massive difference. Hell, I'm not even going to need planes here. Move this down. In retrospect, a bit of a mistake. We gotta... Okay. And like I said, bit of a mistake. Totally forgot to actually connect these to a power grid. Happens. I haven't beat the campaign yet, and don't use terps often. Never thought of that pillar thing you just did. Terps are great. They're by and far the best structure in Creeper World. In terms of, like, core functionality, but also just convenience factor. If you want to get anywhere, a terp highway is incredibly safe. Because, effectively, the creep will flow elsewhere before it goes up onto a terp highway. And as long as it's relatively well defended, you can just waltz your way straight up into the base. I should probably get a shield up in this, because shields are also pretty dang easy. Let's a little bit of movement speed and a little bit in energy. We seem to be totally fine. Our drain is minimal, but I'll do what I can. Let's see, terp there, shield generator there. Yeah, shield generator plus terps equals super convenient terp scum. Point where you don't really even need that much for guns. Alright, so the terp superhighway is done. Nullifier there. And then if you're feeling very lazy, you can just kind of extend this same... Oh, that was just it. Really? Wait, that's not how this usually works, is it? I don't remember that being how this worked in the campaign mode, where destroying that thing was enough. Alright. That is normally how it works. Huh. I guess I've been doing everything backwards and non-speed strats for way longer than I should have been. Yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. The inhibitor was just always, I guess, kind of hard to reach. Gonna run thinner energy margins than Wander seems to. Plus 20 or so right now. That's a lot of room for more cannons. Yeah, I don't really need the more cannons. It maybe be a little faster. I mean, it absolutely would be if I wanted to go, like, bananas here. Oh, that was wasteful. Okay, I know I'm supposed to get to that. It's odd that we have so much creep still rolling in, but it doesn't surprise me too much. Oh. What happened? Okay, I'm kind of confused about my power networks here. This is not the first time this has happened on this map. Am I using a turret as a connection point? Can you do that? Am I learning new things about this game that I should have learned a long time ago? Or do things just work differently? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I am actually using turrets as connection points. Huh. They just changed that in Creeper World 4, so you couldn't do that. I got it. Yeah, so because I'd started with Creeper World 4 first, I have, like, a bunch of these different, minor issues that I apparently just went through the entirety of Creeper World 3 not knowing that wasn't how it worked. That's really amusing, actually. So you have to have at least one connector or relay between... I mean, makes sense. Daisy chaining, just... surprising to me, I guess. Alright, So now what? How do I win? It's not leave world. Where's the win button? Orbital? This? Ah, return to orbit. Okay, got it. Oh, I have to send all of them to orbit. This makes sense. I know I won when I killed the inhibitor. Okay, so I just leave world? Eh? Okay, so I got one... I've got one of these. Oh. So there's a lot. Okay, this seems kind of interesting. I might continue to do this. This seems like a lot. Boy, okay. Let's go back to Origin for a bit. Somebody said Tormented Space is challenging, so I guess I'm just gonna keep bouncing around until we figure out exactly what I want to do. Let's see. Well, it's saying Waternaris, so I'm just gonna try this next, and we'll just figure it out. Hi. Okay. Big level. Inhibitor there. Seems like not too much. Very big level. It's always kind of tempting to try, like, crazy stupid placement, but I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, and I only have one command spot here. Interdasting. Okay. Let's see, can I do that? Perfect. So I'm going to extend that line there. I guess I'll just do a second one or something. Or I don't know. I'm really committed to this whole grid idea. I shouldn't be. But I am. So let's, hotkey for destroy. I don't remember. Well, that should be good enough, at least for now. We'll figure it out. Woo! Okay. We might have to panic about this one a little bit harder than I have been. Okay, it's Shift X. Got it. Hotkeys have just slipped my mind at this point. Okay. Get some of these down. If I can start doing some damage in this immediate area, should work for me. Hopefully, this will get there in time before this gets crushed. I'm pushing it. Okay. Not a great place to be. Let's pause for a second. Let's keep expanding the grid here. Okay. I guess I'll just find a spot that works for these couple of spots. I'd like to be on this grid as much as possible. But I'm well aware that I'm not going to be able to keep it up. And so instead of being unnecessarily limited to it, I will excessively expand grid because that is what I do. Okay, that should be good. That should give me some more power. Hopefully these turrets will keep up. Okay. Spread that there. Next up, that. Move him over there. I don't know why I'm gendering turrets today, but that's okay. It's what you do. Okay. We've got a somewhat functional Bizarro energy grid. I'm gonna have to keep expanding it kind of hard here. Okay. Just because. Probably should be doing a lot of this. Well, pause instead of being a crazy person. But that's okay. There we go. That's looking good. Power's not stalling too bad. This is spreading really hard, and we're going to have to worry about this soonish. Yep, you're right. Shift X. Okay. Let's see. What other spots can I get obsessive about? The other thing is I could just pull out a terp at this point and start spreading the base a little bit more, but I don't want to do that. Ooh. Well, we'll figure it out. Let's see. So these guns are handling it. They're handling it poorly, though. Okay, here's the point where it starts breaking down a little bit for me. Getting the relays down is important. Ooh, whew. I'm pushing that. Be okay. We gotta get a forge down sooner than later. Let's see. I think for the time being, I'm just gonna kind of prep defenses along this line. It doesn't seem like we've got any spore launchers, so I don't have to worry about it. Are the artifacts of Odin at all useful? I've noticed them. They're obviously, like, a thing. I just don't know how immediately useful they are. Okay, they're actually good. Okay, in that case... let's try and grab it before it gets grabbed. Okay, one of them's a conversion bomb like you saw in Creeper World 4. Gotcha. You know, I actually really didn't use the conversion bomb that much. Probably shoulda. Feeling like this is the spot for my pseudo last stand. Or advancing into this. We'll figure it out. Alright. Got it, whatever it does. Something I can do here? Maybe? No. I know we can return to orbit. But we super don't want to do that for a lot of different reasons. Alright, I'm just gonna spread this out. Grid be damned. I need more coverage. What I really need is reactors. Forge done. Forge is done. We can wait. Okay. Weapons. Grab a mortar on the mount. What I'm thinking is maybe we try and expand along this mountain range. We've certainly got space for it. Kind of expand over here as much as humanly possible. This isn't the grid. This is the grid. Remember, kids, always let your obsessions control you. There are no downsides. Have to figure out how to connect this. I earnestly do not believe this is actually worth it or working for me. And yet, I'm going to continue to do so. Because it looks super neat and clean, until it doesn't, at which point it is borderline upsetting to look at. But, whatever. Okay. I'm just thinking if we can expand to grab this entire setup. Okay. We can go this far at least. But yeah, if I can take some of this land mass. Then we can potentially, I mean, one, get a lot of power. Two, start pushing back on multiple fronts if I want to. Forge. So, energy efficiency and packet speed. We need both of those. That's probably going to be what I work on. Let's see. What are the other spots that I can't grid up? I'm looking for maximum coverage. Now that we're not currently in the red energy-wise, I can spread out a little bit. Let's get some guns out here. Otherwise, this is going to backfire on me in a terrible manner when I totally forget to actually defend this area. Luckily, no spores. Okay, how's my energy doing? It's good. It's looking a little bad. We don't need reactors yet. Heck, honestly, considering how big this freaking map is, it seems like I'd be better off actually investing into packet speed. Energy storage, yes, but packet speed more so than anything else. Maybe build speed. Whew, this is getting spooky and tight. There you go. Now he's getting some ammo. Okay. I'm just going to spread this out. We don't need too many cannons to hold back a line, from what I can tell. Okay. So, I guess back to this. Let's keep plonking collectors down pretty much anywhere we can. Going to be some spots I'm not going to be able to connect, frustratingly, but, well, not that I'm not going to be able to connect them, but I won't be able to grid up. Much to my general chagrin. Okay. So this area is looking kind of hairy. Let's get some mortars. This area is going to need them anyway. How's this looking? It's doing good. Energy supply is decent. So yeah, let's keep pushing packet speed. That way we'll be able to perform on all fronts without too many issues. Next up. I have this whole area out here that is largely unthreatened by creep. Gonna be difficult to defend, but I might be able to utilize this a little bit to do some extra damage getting close. The world was flattened, you can make a perfect grid. Do not tempt me. You vile seductress. I hear your griddish ways. Believe you me, I'd do it if it was actually worthwhile. I mean, it kind of is. I would definitely get mad energy, but after a certain point, you're just like, oh yeah, reactors. Speaking of, let's get like 4 of them down. We get the energy to build a number of these flagrantly. Okay, we can make more than 4. Make a lot more than 4. I will say this hole needs to die in a fire. So let's start feeding our obsessions. That's better. So this gun's still working overtime. Let's get another cannon or 2 out here. Because ideally what I want to do is take this out. If I can take this out, that clears out an insane amount of space for me to work around. It's just going to be difficult because that's up really freaking high. Okay, so what level is this? Level 6. Terraform 6. Brush size big. Did I get the mini hole of frustration? I did. Mini hole is gone. Alright. How much energy are we looking at now? We're looking at silly amounts, which is exactly what we need. Start terping up. Okay, and then let's actually seriously think of terping properly here. Namely, build that. I'll get 2 terps up here. Slowly start expanding a giant terp land kind of where we need it to. I'll start expanding this so I can clear out some holes. Let's see, back to level 6. Do you want to do level 6? Flatten the world? We could. I don't think it's really worth it. I guess let's go to the forge and increase some of our basic combat stats. Do I have ore? No, all of the ore is down below. Outside of my reach. When this level started, it was really tempting to maybe plonk down right there, but I think that would have just been insta-death. So I guess I'm kind of glad I didn't do it. Alright, I feel safe enough we can probably go up to level 3, no problem. I'm just going to expand my guns out here a bit. As this is starting to spread. Okay, so energy's looking decent. We could use more reactors, though. Let's see, back to terraforming, back to level 6. I'm gonna kind of flatten this. I'm just going to toss those terps over there. Leave plenty of room for reactor land. Let it do its thing. Speaking of, that should do the trick. That's better. Okay. Speaking of better, you know what? Do we just get a relay up here? Yeah. We're going to relay a pair of cannons. And probably a shield generator, because if I can actually push back. That'll do the trick. Alright, terraform, level 10. That may not work. Okay. So some of these guys aren't working nearly as hard as they were earlier. Gonna be difficult to push it out, though. Getting past these things is tough. Hey, thank you, Snickers56, for the 13-month resub. Let's see. I guess we could screw around with Berthas if I really wanted to. Or do Berthas require ore? I don't remember. Well. Alright. If I'm having trouble clearing it, we could do more terps. But I'm thinking we just need more guns. Yeah, it does the... That's exactly what we need. Alright. Get up and terpy. Okay, should be good to go. I'm just going to expand this a little bit. Because, yeah, I should be able to get real close to this and wreck it. No ore needed? Okay. For whatever reason, I thought it was like something about it took a while to load, but maybe that's purely just a, Okay, so I gotta be in the digitalis. Oh boy, that's fun. Let's see. Let's pause for a second. This area is getting a bit noodly and I don't like it. That's a very overt weak point that I've got kind of set up here, and I don't like it. Let's build those real quick. Speaking of, let's up our build speed like crazy and our fire rate. And give me some energy reserves just so I don't redline ever. Alright, this is looking much better. I had reservations. Yeah, no matter what, I want to make sure I've got the high ground. But everything else can kind of come accordingly. Okay. So it looks like we're kind of pushing back here. I just... Getting a terraformer... let's see. In range. I guess I could do it right there. Let's move the shield generator and see what happens. Because if I can just keep it pushed back, like, right here. I think we're good, actually. Perfect. Squeak that nullifier in, because if I can take this out, this whole side clears out for me, and I don't have anything to worry about. Perfect. Alright, terraform. Up to height 10. I'm just going to make a big gun on the rock. That'll probably be a Berthas spot. Because, yeah, I think we're going to need some big guns to get past a lot of this stuff. Where are you? Oh, that's a no-fly zone. Why is it there? I don't know. We're just having power relay problems? We probably are. I'm sending it out as fast as I can, but even then. No? Oh, no, the big issue is we just don't have enough. Got it. Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, let's just start advancing some of these guns that aren't firing. It'll clear itself out pretty quick. Perfect. Next up, I'll just do that for the time being. There we go. Alright, bop you off, give you the extra range. This should probably be better. Alright, so with that out of the way, can I expand? Yes. I can kind of expand up there. I'm just going to move a number of these guns up closer. My poor grid. I tried so hard to keep you pristine. I'm not going to say abject failure. But it could have been better. Alright. Now, will this dry up on its own? No, it's still kind of spreading. Let's see. Weapons, in that case, let's stop being so stingy. Let's see, I've also got a bunch of this. Let's just pump it all into energy efficiency and packet speed. Let's get up in here. There we go. That'll do the trick. I'm just going to kind of haphazardly place these. If I really cared about the grid, I would have just gotten full terp a long time ago. But it's mostly memes at this point. Okay, let's just kind of spread this stuff. Because, yeah, if I can clear out this whole area, then I don't have to think about it. I'd just be real mad if this, like, grew substantially. Alright. That works. It doesn't really, but still. It is still spreading slowly, though I think sometimes that's just it kind of filtering out. I don't know. I'm sure experts on this game know exactly how and why, and they can just kind of ignore that stuff. Me? I don't know. It needs to die. Okay. Grab this. Now, this area is pretty cleared out. This is the next spawn path. Let's just send these guys down. Let them do their dirty work. Did we not lose a single one in that? Hey. Not sure if that's particularly well deserved. Alright, and let's start expanding some other things just out this general direction. It's going to be a little tough to get past this, but that's okay. Let's see. Any way to permanently get rid of the digitalis stuff? Not to my knowledge, no. I think it's just always there. There might be some way of, like, actually destroying it, but I haven't seen it. All right, let's just start doing Pillars of Doom. Because I think we're going to have a hard enough time just kind of getting our foot in the door. Normally. Okay, so where's the next one? Ugh. Okay, yeah, probably going to need anti-creeper for that one. Plus size is... Or plus side? No, this is actually still about the same height. It's just this area that's super tall. Alright, let's see. Well, in that case... Plonk you guys out here. Collector, collector. We're gonna have to figure out relays, too. There we go. That should do it. Is that? Yeah, that is actually getting refueled. Perfect. Yeah, the disconnected digitalis isn't doing anything. Correct. It is not. It's still not pretty to look at. I think there's a way to hide it, but I don't remember what the button is. And I don't think you can actually permanently delete the digitalis. Top left. Is it visibility? Okay. Oh, that's lovely, actually. Degrowth. There we go. All right. Oh, okay, so that hides it if it's unnecessary. That's perfect for me. All right, let's take a look at this. So we've got a giant horror mess of a thing going on. We've got so much money that we pretty much never have to worry about it. Let's up our fire rate and fire range, and then give me some movement speed. This is getting kind of laggy, actually. Damn. Okay, there we go. Lost a couple. I think I'm going to turn Opaque Creeper back on just so it's easier to tell what the heck's going on. It's just a little too transparent for me otherwise. Okay, let's take a look at this. I think the biggest takeaway here is that we got to move our terps out. And that shield generator. Because yeah, if we can slowly just doom pillar our way into this mess, we should be okay. Now, I don't see any ore up here. Okay, those are just going to go in. This area is kind of hairy. Once again, if I can take this ridge, that'll probably make my life easier. Let's see. Biggest issue is just getting up in here. It's a slight nightmare of its own. Okay, we should have enough. Perfect. Life is going good there. Put this trio of mortars up in this. Oops. Collector lost. Oh, that one. That's fine. I'm most definitely not utilizing all of this stuff to its absolute maximum potential. There's just too many working parts. Let's see, I'm gonna put that there. We're gonna get another one of these. I figure the guns work better when they're up on a hill anyway, so... Okay, so we're pushing them back. We're holding our own over here. I think truly, I guess if I want to finish this mission faster, I ignore all of the digitalis and everything else. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get this area to be safe. And I think we're pretty much there already. Let's actually switch gears and go straight for the inhibitor. Now that I apparently, well after the game, well after I finished the main story mode, now I've discovered that, oh hey, by the way, you don't actually need to kill everything else to get there. Yeah, pave the world. You joke. Steady. Okay, there we go. The Great Wall of Terp. Let's get some hella Terp up in here. Grab a couple of those. Alright, so what I'm going to do is... we're going to need some relays up in here. What I'm going to do is have a giant wall kind of dividing this part of the map. And it is just going to be covered in guns, supported by terps down below on the other side. Let's see. Because, yeah, if I can have this wall up, it's not going to spread. These guys are going to clear it pretty dang fast. So what train level is that? 4? I just want to spread that out so we don't have a whole lot of immediate area limitations. Okay. That should work. Move the terps down. This area is kind of messy, but that's fine. Now, I got a couple of options here. I'll just kind of spread my power network to start. I'm thinking we could get some planes and try and push back slow. We still don't have any access to ore. I wonder if 2 shield generators actually has like a synergistic effect. Probably not. But I'm going to try it anyway. Let's see. Set the terps to finish closest first. I don't give a dang. It doesn't really matter to me if they finish closest first or not. As long as they're raising something, everything is good to go. All right, we got this. But yeah, if I need help, I'll ask for it. I realize some people are answering questions in chat. The nice part is I'm not actually reading much chat period today, like at all. Okay, overlapping shields do push back harder. 2 is about as many as you can usually usefully overlap, though. And it's not hard to overwhelm it. Yeah, but I'm not using it for defensive purposes. I'm using these shields for offensive purposes. I just need a little bit of pushback to keep the terp wall, like, the terp network rolling. Okay. I think at this point I should probably also get some mortars up in this. Those shields work wonders for what I need, though. Like, look at that. The moment I shift them over, the terps are just like, oh, hey! Free real estate, and we're all good. Okay, these are good. Back to terraform. Level 4. Whoops. Okay, let's switch this to level 5, starting here. As long as it's even, I don't care. Much easier for me if it is even. Alright. Move those up. First the shield generators, then the second. Get a relay. Okay. Spread that there. Yeah, this will be fine. Getting the great terp wall up should be sufficient for my needs. I don't think I'll need to do much more. Oh, right. I was going to get a Bertha, wasn't I? I kind of didn't need to. Wow. This area dried up in a hurry. I guess it turns out these guys are real angry. Works for me. I was just assuming they'd hold fast, but I guess they work better in a pinch than I thought. Okay, let's just hit there, keep it safe. Scoot this here so it's safer. Okay, cool. Keep scooting these guys forward. Let's move the guns up, too. Wow! Terps have 0 HP. That was a costly whatever the hell. Not that I don't care, but yeah, apparently terp rushing, not a thing. Okay, let's do a couple of collectors here. Oh, it's okay. This is kind of slowed down and is very heavily dependent on our guns anyway. This upraised terrain offends me. It must die. Okay, the grid will continue. Here, let's just start smattering some terps all over the place. And let us make this a land of perfect fives. Bam! What's that you say? I have an obsession? Lies. I have to redo all of my collectors. Luckily, I'm in a position where I can do that kind of freely. Alright. There we go. Let's get us some more terps. More terps. I'll move them out later. All right, now while they're off feeding my obsessions, let's see. I got some mortars that I can just start utilizing here. Where's the... There it is. Terp lover. I finally got the achievement for it. How? How did I not have it before now? Why did it not recognize my fanaticism? I do not understand. There we go. Ooh. That one. That is full of... Let's see, is that enough? Yeah. That's good. Oh, look at that. That's the grid that I've been looking for. That's the grid I've been needing. Now, if I wanted to be really obsessive, we could go back and actually tear down this entire mountain. But I think after a certain point, it starts becoming silly. I wanted to fix my grid. I wanted to fix it so bad. So that's what we will do. Oops. These are on the wrong levels. 6. Put this terp over here. It has a holy duty. We will extend this grid properly. It is necessary. It is just... I've forgotten about this level. It's fine. We must make it flat. Alright. So now now that we've got that kind of going, silly side project that it is, let's expand some of this out. Ooh. Okay, back to this. Terraform, level 5. Get that out. This is... We've almost got this. Did the Bertha? Bertha got finished. Cool. Kill it. Well, that did the trick. Want to know how to solve terraforming problems in a jiffy? Freaking sick of Bertha at it. Damn. Alright. So I think it's done its due diligence there. Let's just focus that and actually finish this level. There we go. Alright. Let's go back to this. Terraform. It's level 4. No, it's level 5, not 4. Look at that. The perfect bridge. The grid lives. I just have to make sure I'm not slightly off point for this one. Alright. I think with this, my obsession has been improperly fed. Everything is good. Let's scoot these guys down. I don't think I'm going to do this for the rest of the challenge maps, especially because it's going to just make everything take way too dang long. But for now, that was satisfying. Let's get that guy some fuel. Alright. Turp it up back here. Let's see. Do you want to get a shield gen? Yeah, I'll get a shield gen. That'll clear it out. Shift T to eyedropper. Really? Huh. I had no idea about that. That's incredibly helpful. Thank you. Okay. Get a nullifier. Everything should be good. And I guess that just finishes the level? Yeah, hotkeys like that, I'm not going to count as backseating. Mainly just because, like, trying to get through the controls list in this game is rough. Okay, well, I'd say it's easy, but I think I was very slow.